Hi, my name's Steven. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is day one of house renovation addition. It's my first house addition that I've ever done, so it's very exciting. I've taken a little break from work and I'm going to dedicate myself to doing this for the next 5 months. Uh, Hopefully it gets all done in 5 months. I always wanted to do this because I built I started off building shed, a bigger shed, and then a bigger barn. And I just like the whole construction process, getting the plans, permits, materials, seeing the foundation come together, seeing the building framing go up, and then all the finishing and everything on the inside, mechanical systems, electrical. And just how during that whole process you see this two-dimensional drawing turn into a three-dimensional beautiful space. So I'm really excited for this one. Stay tuned, join, subscribe, watch the channel, and hopefully you'll get some tips and maybe you'll see some mistakes that I make along the way, and that'll help you out not to make any mistakes on your house renovation build or whatever you want to do. We're just looking at this area. We're down in the crawl space of the basement, and to get here, there's a few steps. So I'll just kind of walk you through what we did. First, we did a site kind of prep. We took out all of the trees, flattened the ground around where we're going to have the excavation, where the addition's going. And then we took we used the plans and strings and like stakes, and we put them all around to measure out where the foundation was going to go. And then we added 4 feet to that all the way around. And that 4-foot extra excavation it gives you room to, once the foundation is built and it's in there, it gives you room to get in there and either take off the forms, put supports in, put in your tile drainage, clear stone, all that kind of stuff. So it's a good thing to remember. You got to plan to have enough space all the way around the building. We're looking at the basement right now. We're doing an addition onto our house, and this is the deeper part of the basement. This is going to match the existing basement, and we're going to have some stairs that come down in this area. But when we were looking at cost and everything, because budget kind of, it creeps up slowly. So one of the things that we were thinking about was, do we need to do a full height basement? And part of that question was answered by the fact that we actually hit rock once we got down to about 5-6 feet. So very quickly that changed our mind. So now we're going to 6 feet. And then we thought, well, if we're not going to use it like a full height basement, maybe we could just go a little bit lower and just do a crawl space and just kind of do the minimum. It'll still give us room to get in there and install the ductwork and piping, plumbing and all that, but it'll save some money because it reduces the height of the foundation wall, so less concrete, less form work. And then also in that crawl space, we're just going to put a clear stone and vapor barrier, like the plastic vapor barrier. So it removes that requirement for extra concrete floor in that area. So again, another cost savings there. Probably going to end up with like maybe $5,000 to $7,000 saved just because of that. This is the height difference right here. So you can see right here, we're down at the 6-foot level, and then we've come up about 1.5 feet. We'll see what the final grade ends up with, but it'll give us that and just enough space to still get in there and crawl to get all those services in. We had 2 companies come in. We had a first company that came to do all of the site prep and the initial dig. And so that's what got us kind of to basically the outline of where we were digging. And it also showed us what additional rock we needed to get broken and taken out of the foundation. So once that was done, we got another company to come in with a special a hole ram and a rock breaker. And that came in and spent about 5 hours here just breaking rock to get a lot of rock out. This area here where I'm standing, this was all rock. And so we had to remove that because right here is where the stairs are going to go down. Good things to remember when you're working with the contractors, just have a very clear plan of what you want. Make sure that you kind of go over everything with them before, say where you want to put the material and any other kind of small items, anything that's in the ground. Like you want to get a survey done, make sure there's no wires in the ground. Make sure that you're far enough away from all of your services. To make things simpler to get in and out of the addition area, we put a ramp on one side of the foundation. So that's so we can drive in and out, and then we don't have to use ladders as much. It's easier to get all of our form work, all of our basement kind of rock and everything down here to level out the foundation. So that was a good idea for us. Luckily, we had some space there that we could do it, and it worked out well. We had a budget for the basement to dig it out. We even reduced some of the excavation to try and save a bit of money. But one thing that we didn't realize was how much rock we had to take out and what that cost would be. And so just important to think about when you have a budget in mind for the basement, always have that extra contingency. You might want to look at a percentage, or if you can get some numbers from local contractors about, say, for example, rock breaking, then you'll know, like, okay, if I get into this situation, this is about how much extra I need to budget for it. Well, that's it for my first video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have lots of more tips, tricks, and stumbles so that you don't get caught in the same things that we do. Here's that ramp that I was talking about earlier. Great way to get out of the basement without a ladder. Let's see how it works.